Welcome, everyone, to Influential Leadership. I'm John Hadley.
And I'm Dave Miller.
And Dave, today I was struck by an interview I read with Ben Chestnut, the CEO of MailChimp, a very successful internet startup. And he had some really interesting points that he made about leadership that I thought our readers would benefit from. So let me share my screen here and bring up the points that he was making. Let's see if this, of course, it started with the points. Okay, so MailChimp, if you don't know about it, it's a very popular email marketing system. And so in this interview, he made some points that really resonated with me. And we could go into a whole issue around any one of these, but let's just do them really quick, and then we can always dive into ones that are more interesting to us in future issues. But the first one is playing the hand you're dealt. And this came from a lesson he learned from his father, who was a very successful
blackjack player.
You would think so, but he was a military leader. And one of the things he was known for was that he would be sent some of the rejects that no one else wanted to work with, and he would turn them into really good soldiers. So he always played the hand he was dealt and worked on how he could really make that hand successful.
Okay.
Second message, never sacrifice momentum. And what he was talking about was he as a leader, he would have a team, and they're all pulling in the same direction. They're really working hard on something. And so he'd be very careful not to get in the way of that momentum. Just, maybe shape it a little bit, over time, steer it in the right direction, but really start from, let's keep the momentum going. Third one was about how managers should value independence. And this was part of their mission statement. And he said, it's kind of a little counterintuitive. If you're supposed to manage people, why do you want them to be independent? Well, you want them to be independent because you want to get the best thinking out of them. You want people who are actually going to challenge you a little bit. And
you want people that can do things without depending on you for every step of the way too, right?
Absolutely. And the more I direct my people as to what to do, the less they are going to be able to perform without me. And then the next one was ask why a lot. And he particularly applied this to the interview process, but in general, asking why gets you to what someone is passionate about. It gets to the real essence of why they're doing it, so that this is something they are really going to pursue. This is what they are really about.
Yeah, we talk about that when we talk about the quality, of asking effective questions.
Absolutely. And then he used that as a way to also focus on how he could hire those who would push him and make him better. Not just the ones who are going to agree with him, who have the same philosophy, who just, are going to kind of roll over.
You have to be very secure in yourself as a leader to do that.
Yes, absolutely. And then the last point was surrounding yourself with friends who are better than you. And sometimes that means finding new friends. Because the quote that he made at the very end, I liked what he said about this, was that his mother used to tell him, if you hang around with dogs, you become a dog. So surround yourself with friends, surround yourself with associates who are smarter than you, who are better than you in certain ways, because that'll raise your own game.
That's really true, John. One of my colleagues, my friends actually, told me that you are the average of the 5 closest people to you in your life. So rough to his mom.
Yep. So the homework assignment I would propose for people is take these 6 items and rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. Honestly, where you believe you are in each of these. Any that you rate yourself an 8 or higher out of 10, then say, okay, what can I do to either raise the bar or take advantage of this talent I have? And then any that you rate below an 8, sit down today, sit down right away and write out one action step you can take to improve your ability in that area.
That sounds great. That sounds like a great tip.
So that's what I wanted to share today. And thanks for listening. Look forward to talking with you next week.
And be influential.